Good morning, all of you. Today we are here to learn the convolutional encoding. So in the last lecture we have also seen various methods for the encoding using the convolutional method, and there we have gone through the different ways to encode the message. Out of these methods we have used the state diagram, we have used the tail list diagram up to the encoding. Now for decoding, if you have to be see, we have follow the Viterbi algorithm. So in the we have discussed the overview of Viterbi algorithm in the last lecture, and we have discussed that it performs the maximum likelihood decoding. However, it reduces the computational load by taking advantage of a special structure in the code trailing. And we have also see that Viterbi decoder examines the entire receive sequence for a given length, and we have followed some steps that this algorithm operates by computing the metric, and it would be choose the best possible path in the tail list and make a decision, or the metric having the lowest metric, the path having the lowest metric, it would be considered as the survivor path. So we have defined such terminology in the last lecture. So I'm not going to revise this, but by keeping these steps in mind, how the survivor is generated. The survivor will be generated when you have to be entered from one state to another state, and there is a maybe the more than one path for entering one state to another state. So you have to be follow the path having the smallest metric. That is called the survivor path. So on the basis of this concept, we would be draw today decoding path. And how many survivor paths could be possible? There is a maximum possibility of the 4 survivor paths for our example, because the constant length is 3. So we have to be start today with Viterbi decoding by using these 3 methods. That is, we have to be start with the label j equal to m, compute the metric for the single path, entering each state of the encoder, and store the path and its metric for each state. So first of all, you have to be see, this is the tail list diagram. We are here by considering our example in the encoding side, that we have considered the message of this 3 bit 101, and these 2 other flush bits are there. So total there is a, if you have to see the sequence of messages, it is 10100. And for that we have, this is the encoded message or transmitted message, you can say. And Z is what? It is a received message. So you can see here there is a 2 positions or time instant, then the transmitted and received code word is different. Now by looking that particular message or code word, we can't differentiate that it is transmitted or receiver. At the receiver end, the user does not know what actually the code word has been transmitted. But with the help of this Viterbi algorithm, we would be trace out that what actual code word has been transmitted. If there is any differentiation, or if there is any dissimilarity, we would be catch it up through this algorithm. So now this is a generalized tail list diagram, and always we have to be start. I have told you that this is the A, B, and C. A means 0, 0. It is 1, 0, 0, 1, and 1, 1. Okay, and we have to always start with the 0, 0 state A, and from this there is a 2 branch would be generated. This is solid lines represent the input 0, and dashed line represent the input 1, and after oblique this is the corresponding output. When you are at the 0, 0 state and there is a 0 as the input, you would be get output as a 0, 0 bit, and you would be transferred from A to same state. And if you are at the A means 0, 0 state and you are receiving an input of 1, you would be generate output 1, 1, and you will be transferred to the B state. So this way we have to be learned in the last lecture how to plot the trellis diagram in the encoder side. Now using the same trellis diagram, we would be using hard decision Viterbi algorithm and trace out the corrected code word at the receiver end. Okay. So everyone ready with your notebooks and pens? Then it would be easy for you. Otherwise, you have to take the screenshot and later on you have to be copy on your notebook. So as following the steps of the Viterbi algorithm, we have to be start with the all zero state. So you can see here. Here I have been labeled out all the branches with the branch metric. So for labeling out the branch metric, what is the metric actually? It is the smallest distance or Hamming distance between the coded sequence and the received sequence. Okay. So here you can see that at every state I have given some labeling by this circle. Okay. This is the circle I have used here, and at every state starting from A, I would be transfer to the A and B, then A, B, C, D, like this. At every state I have given some labeling. Okay. Now you can see here, start from the 0 0 state. At 0 0 state we have to be label it as a zero metric. Metric is 0. Now when you have to be received input as a 1, there is a two possibility of the input, either 0 or 1. So this solid line, I would be just change the color. This solid line would be represent the input is 0. So suppose that you are at the 0 0 state, here you are getting a input as a 0, and here input is a 1. Dash line is 1. So at that time, what is your output? We know that 0 0. So you have to be just compare this value. If you remember the Z, what was the Z? I just noted down this Z on the above of that transmitting path. So you can see here. So at the first point, our Z is what? Z is 1 1 here, and this was the 1 0 for this path. Means every time instant from T1 to T2 it is 1 1, T2 to T3 it is 1 0, T3 to T4 it is 1 1. Then again it was the 1 0, and T5 to T6 it would be last is 0 1. Okay, you have to be just remember this, for it would be easier for you for determining the metric of every step. Now you have to be at the 0 0 state, so you have to start the process. Here the value of this state is 0. Now when you have to be receive the input 0, you would be get output as a 0 0, and just compare this 0 0 with this 1 1. So Hamming distance is what? Here Hamming distance is 2. That's why you have to add 0 plus 2. So here you would be get a 2. Okay. When you would be receive an input as a 1, so you see that here the as per the standard state, you have to just remember what is your state diagram. So in the previous lecture we have drawn the state diagram and basic trellis diagram. So keep this picture in front of you, and then you have to be, decide the metric value. So when you receive the 1, your output would be 1 1, and when you have to be compare the output 1 1 with this 1 1, so what is the Hamming distance? This is Hamming distance is 0. So at that time when you reach at the B at time instant T2, you have the two states, active states A and B. At that moment, A having the metric value of 2 and B having the metric value of 0. Okay. Now when you have to be from T2 to T3, what happens? We would be see here. When you have to be moved from T2 to T3, here what is your branch value? You can receive code word. Always you have to write this like this. Okay. So now you can see here you are at the A and B. Now there is a possibility of 4 paths. From A there is a 2 paths would be generated. From B there would be 2 paths would be generated. And at the time instant T3, all 4 states would be activated, A, B, C, and D. Now start with here. A. When you receive 0, that is represented by solid red line. So you have the output as 0, 0, and compare the 0, 0 with this 0, 1. You have the Hamming distance 1. So here Hamming distance is 1, and you would be remains on the same state. So here 2 plus 1, it is 3. Okay. Now when you have received the input 1, that is represented by the blue dashed line, you would be output as a 1, 1. So when you have to be compare this 1, 1 here with the 1, 0, then what would be the Hamming distance here? Again there is a 1. The Hamming distance is 1. So you would be entered to the B state. Okay. So we continue from the same point. So what we have seen till that up to this particular point we have reached. Just a minute. Would be also increased by the 1. So here you can see at that moment is by the 1. So here you can see we are here at T3. So at that time we have seen that when you have transfer from state A to A and B, your metric value would be 3 and 3 because you have the Hamming distances of having only 1. But when you have to be at B and you would be follow the two paths or two branches at B, when you receive the input as a 0, that is represented with the solid red line, so you would be get the output as what? 1, 0. And at that time when the output is 1, 0, so the Hamming distance is 0. So here 0 plus 0 and the next state C, your metric value would be 0. Okay, the metric value of this state would be 0. And when you have to receive the input as a 1, so at that time you would be get the output as 0, 1. So you have to be compare this with the 0, 1. So you would be find that the Hamming distance is 2 because differentiation in every corresponding bit. So here the metric value is 2. So sum this 0 plus 2, that's 2. So now at time T3 you would find that the this particular state having metric of A having 3, B 3, C is having 0 and D is having 2. Okay. So till whatever the lowest path is at the C, but we would be come to this point later on. And now we would be increment the level for the next time step when you have to be move from T3 to T4, you would be increment the level by 1. So at that time you can see here your level has been be increased by 1, and we would be write the received code word as it is as in the previous case. So now we have added T4. So we have transferred from T3 to T4. So at that moment A, B, C and D having the state values. A is having the metric value 3. Now from here again the two possible branches possible, 0 and 1 for different input. When you receive the 0, there is the output is what? It is 0, 0. So your Hamming distance is 2. Now add it 5. Now when you have received the input as a 1, so your output is 1, 1. Compare 1, 1 with this 1, 1. So you would be Hamming distance is 0. So here 3. Now when you are at the state B, you having and you would be get a input as a 0. So you would be get the input as a 0. Your output is 1, 0 actually. So at that time, what is your Hamming distance? 1, 0. Compare with this 1, 0 and 0, 1, 1. So your Hamming distance is 1. That's why it is mentioned here the 1 here. So 3 plus 1, 4. Now when you are at the B and you have the receiving the input 1, at that moment your output is what? 0 1. So at the 0 1 you have to be compare the 0 1 with the 1 1. So again your Hamming distance is 1. So that's why it is mentioned here, and it is 3 plus 1 4. Okay. Now you have to move to the next state, that is C. So when you are at the C, its metric value is 0, and there is also the possibility of the two inputs. So first, when you receive the input as a 0, so when you receive the as an input as a 0, it is shown by the red line. So your output is what? At that moment your output is 1 1. So 1 1 compare with 1 1 and this 1 1. So what happens? You would be get 0. So this, you can see the branch value is 0 here. So here 0 plus 0, 5 comma. Now there is a two possibility. Okay. So here 5 comma 0. Second possibility is 0. So in the first possibility of the metric value of this state A is 5. In the second case it is having the 0. Similarly, when you have to receive the input as a 1, when you are at C, so possibility of the output is what? 0 0. Compare 0 0 with the 1 1. So you have the Hamming distance 2. So there the second value of this metric at the B is what? It is 0 plus 2, 2. So in the first case it is 3, in the second case it is 2. Now come to the D state. At D state you would receive the input 0. So at that time the output is 0 1. Okay. So 0 1 compare with this 1 1. So you would be get a Hamming distance 1. That's why it is written as the 1. So 2 plus 3, 1, 3. And you reach to the C. So 4 comma 3. So at this moment C having a two possibility, 4 and 3. Similarly, when you receive the input as a 1, so at that moment what happens? At that moment you would be get the output as what? 1 0. So compare the 1 0 with 1 1. So what happens? Hamming distance is 1. So at that moment you can see the branch value is also 1. So 2 plus 1, it is 3. Okay. So now you can see at a time T4, every state is having the two matrix values. Okay. So what is this? 5 and 0, 3 and 2, 4 and 3, okay, and 4 and 3. So whatever the lowest metric value, that is a survivor path. So you can mention in the next as a 0, okay. 5 would be, what happens? 5 would be here discarded. This 5 would be discarded, okay. Then 3 would be discarded. Then 4 would be discarded, and this 4. So 0, 2, 3, 3. 0, 2, 3, 3. At time T4, you have the state having the lowest metric is 0, 2, 3, 3. So this would be the survivor. Now, for the next time instant, when you have to be transfer or move from the T4 to T5, and we know that this is the now area till first 3, it would be area for the message bit. Now it is the area for flush bits, and flush bits will be always a 0 0. Okay. Now again write the received value of the code word for the corresponding input. Okay. Now you are transferring from the moving from the T4 to T5. So see here, I am showing here only one path, that is as an input 0. So that is a solid red line. I am not showing the 1 dashed line because this is not required. This is the area of the flush bits. You can also show, it is not wrong, but for the less decreasing the complexity, I am only showing you the input 0. So when you receive, you are at the A, it is a B, it is a C and D. You are at the A and receiving the input as a 0. So you would be on the same state A. Okay. And what is the output for this condition? 0 0. Now compare this 0 0 with this 1 0. What is your Hamming distance? This is 1. So you have to write 0 plus 1, 1. Now you are at the B, okay, and this is have the metric value 2. Now from B, when you receive the 0, so you would be moved to the path that is called the C, okay, and output is what? 1, 0. Now compare this 1, 0 with this 1, 0. Hamming distance is 0. So you have to be at 2 plus 0, 2. Okay. Now the other one C. You are at the C. You are receiving the input 0. Means you would be moving from C to A. Okay. And your output is having 1, 1. Compare the 1, 1 with this 1, 0. So you have Hamming distance is 1. So again 3 plus 1, it is 4. So A would be received the two metric value. One is 1, another is 4. Okay. Now, if you have to see the last state D, at that moment what happens? You would be find this. At that moment, your metric value is 3 and you are receiving the input 0. So you would be moved from D to C, and your output is what? 0, 1. So compare 0, 1 with the 1, 0. 0, 1 को compare with the 1, 0, you have the Hamming distance is 2. Okay. So at that moment, you would be 3 plus 2, 5. So at this C, there is a 2 state. Only 2 state would be now at the T5, A and C. And both is having the 2 values, 1, 4 and 2, 5. So which would be the survivor? Survivor is 1 and 2. So you can see when you move from T5 to T6, only survivor would be remains. So 1 and 2. Okay. And rest of the path would be cut out or discarded. Okay. Now at the last case, when you have the flush bit 0 and your received code word is 0, 1 as per the received code word that we have received at the receiving end. So you would be get the last here from T5 to T6 at A and C. There is only 2 states are remaining. And when you receive the 0, output is 0, 0. Again compare 0, 0 with this 0, 1. You have the Hamming distance 1. And now you are at the C. When you receive the input 0, you would be transferred to the state A. And your output is 1, 1. Compare the 1, 1 with 0, 1. You have Hamming distance again 1. That is 1, 3. Okay. There are the 2 values of metric of state A. So which is the lowest value? 1. And 1 is generating from where? This particular branch, A to A. So the surviving path is only this, and other path would be discarded. Okay. So in this way, the remaining was 2. So this was the way that we have to do the Viterbi decoding method. Now we have to retrace this value. So when you retrace from the right hand side to the left hand side, you would be see the surviving path. Lowest metric path is what? This is the lowest metric path. You can see here. From this representation. So 2 to 1 means input is 0, red line. Again 1 to 0, red line means input is 0. Again solid path. So this is the dashed line actually. So you would be get a input as a 1. Then again this is the red line and a solid line means you are having the input 0. Again you have to be dashed line means input is 1. So in this way, from the Viterbi algorithm, you would be retrace your actual message 10100 by reverse following this path, retracing this path. And which is this path? This is the path having the lowest metric value. Okay. So you have to always start with the 0, 0 and end with also at the 0, 0. So this is the actually we have to be see the Viterbi algorithm. And now you have also retrieve your actual code word. How? For this, if you have to be see here, how to retrieve? When you have to be 0, 0 and have the input 0, you having the output is 1, 1. When you have to be at B and you are having the input 0, so you have the output is 1, 0. Then when you have to C and you have the input 1, at that time your output is 0 0. Okay, sorry, at that time and then we have to be at A, you have the output input is 0, so you have the 0 0, and then again you have to be here A, again the same 0 0, sorry, यहाँ पर 1 1. So in this way you have actually get all the values that you want to retrace. Okay, so because of connectivity, maybe it is a little bit discontinued, but if you have to practice it, I hope that you have taken all the screenshots and just take a practice. Or if you this is very important topic, if still anyone has any doubt, you can ask me, or if you have required that this is a repetition, we have to repeat this topic, then we can also repeat this. In one lecture we would be do the encoding and decoding both at the same time using a Taylor's diagram. So please tell me